This is my Windrider Rave of foiling trimaran that I've decided to name the Terra, Mare, and Silum. And Terra, Mare, Silum means the earth, the sea, and the sky, which represents the three hulls that we have here, but also represents the fact that you need balance in your life, and so you need the balance of all three. We can start our tour with the most distinctive factor in the foiling trimaran, which is the foils. You can see this big metal bar, I guess, holding that would eventually hold the boat up, and then this little wing underneath. Since water is about 800 times more dense than air, that's all the wing we need to keep this 400 pound monster, and then 200 to 400 pounds of passengers above the water. And so normally all we need to do is pull on this to raise and lower the foil. And right now it's set in such a way that the latch is undone because I can't pull both the latch line and the lift line while filming. You can see the latch engaged, and now it's stuck in the upper position. There's two other positions: the middle position, the lower position. And when foiling through the water, it would be most likely in the lowest position. We can see that there's a foil in the back as well. So at full speed, this boat will be fully out of the water on all 3 points: left, rear, and right. We can see inside the boat there's the boat has a trolling motor, a 55-pound trolling motor. This motor is powered by a 12-volt battery here, and to give me a total of about 2 hours of motor time. And this is a custom-made battery box. You can see it's been raining the night before, but everything inside is nice and clean. So I could bring this battery in and out by unhooking it here. So we can put this back. The battery also powers a small bilge pump. The bilge pump is under the floorboards here. So underneath the floorboards, there's a 3/4 inch pipe that diverts water from the bottom of the boat to the back. You can see coming out here. And because this is frequently underwater, especially if you are pitched up, there needs to be a series of check valves inside, or else the water will flow backwards through the bilge. We can turn on the electric bilge right here, but the boat's dry enough, or at least the water it's dry enough inside right now that you can't pump any water out. But there's a secondary hand bilge right here. You can see here. You can see this is because there's two different access points to the bilge pump, so that I can pump out the water no matter how we're pitched. And that's it for the components we can see right here. I will give you more when I put the mast up. Here's the mast stepping system. It's basically a big gym pole that's attached to the mast right there, and the other side is attached to my car. Okay. So we just have to bring this this holder onto that ball, and then the battery that we saw earlier can then, with the use of this switch, then start to pull the whole contraption this way. And then meanwhile, the jib halyard is tied off here, so that is a constant length. So at this angle, it should the gym pole should arc exactly into that holder, and then that's when the mast will be straight. Okay, I have a little bit more prep to do. I'll come back. We'll be back to show the actual stepping. So here we are ready for hoisting. The line's still attached to the car, and we have these guy wires on the left and right to make sure that the whole assembly doesn't swing too much. And here we go. So every couple of seconds, check to make sure everything's still loose. Make sure these guy wires are kind of loose. That one's tight, but this one's loose, so it still has some degree of roll freedom. This is starting to get tight, so I might have to go loosen one or both sides in a little bit. Oh, that's a clear sound that is too tight. So let me drop it a little bit and let me go loosen them. Hold up. I've loosened the guy wires a couple times now, and you can see that it's almost up there. So let's see if we can make the final push. So every couple seconds, check if anything's seriously off. But now that it's higher, it doesn't have as much side force or side loading. So, that doesn't sound good. Well, let me go check out what it is. I think it just fell off there. Still on the ball. On the ball is good. Still loose. I mean, the only thing that should have tension is the guy wire. Is the crane itself. The crane stays are loose. Oh, I think that might be it. Okay, that the crane vertical stay has to be removed. Hold up. Okay, so here we are. Mast is up. The forward the forestay hasn't been attached yet. I have to go find some attachments for it. And we've loosened the sides stays completely. I'll probably need to tie a trucker's hitch to it next time, so I can smoothly move it up and down, because I don't have to run back and forth to do that anymore. But here we are. As soon as I get the forestay on, I can release all the ropes, all the ropes. Yeah. All right, and that's how we step the Windrider Rave. Well, at least with my little contraption. It took like 2 hours. It shouldn't take that long. Well, I think with practice I can get down to half an hour. That's my goal, to do this whole stuff in half an hour. But today we have to problem solve a whole bunch of things, including flying a halyard. So we'll see what to do next time.